I'm Paul Goddard, and since the age of 6, I have been fascinated in ghosts. I have debated whether haunted buildings really are fact or just fiction. Do we survive physical death or not? And are people that see and experience such things just hallucinating, or have they really seen, heard or felt something that mainstream science can't explain? These questions have led me to spend nights in alleged haunted locations. During these investigations, I have experienced cold spots.
199?
It's dropped 21 points.
That can't be right. It can't be that cold up here.
Strange lights and figures.
I just saw flashes over my own eyes this time.
Flying objects.
What was that?
Heard and recorded knocks.
I can hear a noise.
I've been touched.
Did you touch my leg then?
No, I didn't.
And, on occasions, been frightened. This is the first of 3 features looking at the ghosts of Gloucester. Our first location is the New Inn. The New Inn was built in the 1400s by the Abbey of St Peter, now known as Gloucester Cathedral, to accommodate the growing number of pilgrims who came to Gloucester to visit the tomb of Edward II. I've been on several paranormal investigations at this atmospheric and unique building because of reports of strange happenings. A white lady has been seen upstairs who apparently seems to be checking the rooms. Witnesses have even seen her walking through doors that have been locked. She is believed to be a former owner or housekeeper of the inn. A baby crying has been heard in one of the bedrooms. Poltergeist activity has been reported in some of the bars. Glasses have even been seen dropping to the floor and remaining unbroken. Bottles of spirits have been rearranged by the time the staff open up the bar the next day. I met up with Penny, the general manager of the inn. She told me about a particularly spooky experience.
We've got a wine bar out the back, and at night time we shut it down, the shutters, and it was on a Saturday night. We'd finished with the live music and the barman had cleaned up completely. He didn't switch the lights off, so I had to go behind the bar to switch the lights off, and all the shutters were down, so I crawled under, switched the lights off, and as I turned round I had a can of Red Bull, empty, thrown on the floor at me.
The New Inn investigation that I'll concentrate on is the one organised by my good friend Lynn, who runs Gloucester Ghost Walks. It was open to the public, and the more experienced investigators each took a group under their wing. Expectations and tensions were high.
Oh, that was my... Don't do that.
What happened?
The bloody torch rolled off her lap.
Oh, right.
As is often the case with paranormal investigations, nothing happened for a while, and the boredom was setting in.
I've got to sleep, Mum.
Oh, no. Actually, some mattresses can't be.
If there's anyone here, jump on the mattress next to Paul.
However, from about 1 in the morning, our group started to get impressive orbs in the Lady Jane Grey room. Orbs are believed to be the first stage of a ghost manifestation. The other explanation is they are reflections of dust, insects or shiny objects from the flash or infrared beam of a camera. They appear as balls of light on photography, often digital or night vision cameras. These I picked up on my night vision camera. They looked impressive. One was out of the ordinary as it looked like the filament inside a light bulb, and the other looked like a stream of light which moved extremely quickly.
Oh, nice one.
What?
There was an orb just came down right where you are.
Oh, because that's funny because I'm freezing.
After a coffee break, we all explored the 2 back bars, Treetops and the Outback. Jason, an old friend of mine, and myself conducted a vigil in the cellar just after 3 a.m. To get there we had to crawl under central heating pipes, so there was no quick exit should we wish to leave in a hurry. I noticed that Jason wasn't his usual cheerful self in that area.
Paul just saw his face looking up. Alright. Do you want me to put the lights on? I was staying here for a bit by myself.
After hearing a noise behind us and Jason apparently seeing a face, I was then left to do a lone vigil. During the vigil I began to feel uneasy, and this wasn't helped by the onset of creaking from the floorboards above as people started to walk across.
Shh. Oh, there's people going upstairs. Thank God for that. God, I almost filled my pants then. It's just so dark in here, I can't get used to how dark it actually is. Go on, it's only me. Go on, do something.
Although unnoticed by me at the time, the camera picked up an extra breath. This is definitely not me, as it finishes after I started to speak.
I don't like it anymore.
More disturbingly, when viewing the footage later, I had picked up this possible EVP. EVP stands for Electronic Voice Phenomena.
I don't like it anymore.
I and others agree it sounds like hello. What do you think? Other vigils were conducted later that night, but with no unexplained phenomena. All had gone quiet. A few days later, I played my EVP to Lynn and asked her for her views.
Fantastic EVP in there. We heard this hello. Now there is a debate at the moment going on whether it actually says hello or I know or a breath. I did play it to some people and they said it, because Paul had the camcorder and the camcorder was near your mouth, it may have been you sort of sighing. Now I disagree with that, but it is opinions and we welcome opinions, so who knows? There's 3 different versions already of that, so you know, it's down to what you believe, who you believe. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're trying to get evidence.
I took my footage of the new inn to Chris Romer, who has been a paranormal investigator since 1987. He's worked on many television programmes, including Most Haunted. He is also a long-time member of the Myers Paranormal Society, that I'm a member of as well. First of all, I showed him the orb footage.
Fascinating, Paul. You've shown me these clips, and I must say, you know, they're as good as the stuff that we used to see on Most Haunted in the early episodes. In fact, they're very similar. I will say this. The lights we're actually seeing here are, at the moment, unexplained. I don't have a definite solution to them. I'm going to come up with a sceptical suggestion. What I think could be happening is that the camera, night vision, is working by flooding the room with, I presume, infrared, which is then picking up, yeah? And what I think is happening is, although that's not in the visible light spectrum, it's probably reflecting off, and this is going to sound really strange, the girls' earrings. And as they turn their heads, that can, in the right, if it catches it exactly right, project. Now, the wiggly line I've seen before, one of the ladies who's in the shot is wearing a ring, and again, if the light catches it just right, I don't know if you've ever taken a tin can lid and shone it and managed to reflect onto a wall to get a cat to chase it or similar, but I think what we could be seeing is something like that. The problem is that I've just seen a light come down. It's absolutely fantastic, and it looks like a kind of filament. You know, on Most Haunted, when we used to see these, we were very, very excited, but I'm just going to replay that clip slightly. So if we can just pause for a second. The light filament, the thing which comes down, I mean, it could just be a highly reflective filament of someone's pullover, but I'm going to doubt that. And I'm going to say I don't actually know what that is. But with all of these lights, I think, you know, that we can assume there's probably a natural explanation and that we shouldn't get too excited. But all the same, it is interesting, and I won't rule it out.
I then showed him the footage of the cellar.
Interesting clip. Again, I'm going to play the skeptic. We can definitely hear you breathing at a few points on the thing, and we can tell it's you. Proximity to microphone, your vocal tone.
That's me, by the way, don't worry.
There are 2 occasions when we hear a noise which seems similar to breaths, but which apparently aren't. What I'd like to do is have them actually analysed. Look at the voice frequency ranges, look at the frequency ranges on those sounds. The first sound seems to shut off very quickly. It doesn't sound like a breath to me. My suspicion would be possibly something to do with the piping around you. I know it sounds very similar, but I'm not convinced that it is actually a breath. So it'd be interesting to see that analysed. I don't think that's you anyway. So again, it's unexplained at the moment, but I think we'd probably find a real cause for it. The second one, you say perhaps it could be a voice. I'd like to see it properly analysed, audio analysed, but what I'm getting from it is possibly that in the darkness you stood on a pipe, a length of hose, or some other object on the floor which expelled air. Again, I don't think it's you, but before I actually say it's a ghost, I'd need more evidence.
I don't like it anymore.
That completes the first part of Ghosts of Gloucester. I have my own opinions on what I captured. Do you? Stay listening as the second part we investigate Poet's Wine Bar, where we captured the most startling sound ever on one of our investigations.
What? What was it? What was it?